because they'll probably red up fairly quick. Yeah. So welcome to Level Up TV at levelupyourgame.net. I'm Disrepute with Vor for this ClanBase EuroCup 26 group stage match between Sitto and Play. First match was a relatively tight affair, at least compared to Sitto's other games. Sitto did eventually take it though, 1-0 on Purgatory. We're going to go to Terminus, a map we haven't seen too much of this tournament thus far, so it's good to get an opportunity to see what kind of tactics have been developing on it over time. Let's have a look at the teams quickly. Dimitri Q50, DDK and Zyrinx for Sitto. Play, Senti, Shug, Mobius and Puri. Strong lineups for. What do you expect to see on this map?
Well, we've only seen one competitive game so far on our stream of this map. It was not particularly close for most of it, but particularly the start. The first game we saw, FRS's team, the maker of the map, who clearly had an idea of how they wanted to play it.
Low fly.
And their opponents, 102, kind of looked lost, so it'll be interesting to see these two teams. Do both teams have an idea of how to play this? So we might see something interesting. The game against 102, it took 102 half the game to figure out how to do anything near enough. They were trapped at the red for most of their game, so I'm interested to see if similar can happen, because if you think about the layout, then trapping people at the red is something that can sort of happen. But we'll see what happens between these two teams.
This is Play's map pick. And we are live, following Mobius at the start, dropping down, getting that first mega, and then just gonna maybe move towards red. Not really sure what they're gonna do at the moment. Gonna say this yellow side of the map, I guess we'll call it. No weapons up here. I'm gonna cycle away from Mobius though, to find somebody with a weapon. Puri doesn't have a weapon. Senti has a rocket launcher. Just baiting out that plasma.
Tempting to pick that up.
Well, Mobius has come in, taken that weapon there, mounting some kind of challenge around the red area. Take out Q50 for that first frag. Now rushing in! That was a little bit suicidal. Dimitri getting that direct rocket kill though.
Red leaves are tied.
I'm not expecting a fast pace to this map, Raw.
No, I mean Sitto, they've set the suit up. They look very comfortable there. Of course they can be vulnerable from above, but no pressure put on them.
Here is DDK, just right here's a nice... I thought he was trying to bait out his opponent so pretend he wasn't there, but I think he actually might have been saving the weapon for a teammate. Could be neither. Pushing around though, where's that quad? There's the quad! Oh! Just misses the rail on the battle, so he has to back off. He's only got a rail to work with actually. Going up the lift. Oh my god, there's the battle suit round the corner, away from direct rocket for DDK. Finishes him off with the lightning gun.
Yeah, it's a closer fight than it seemed. I mean, DDK ended that on 28 health.
He did miss probably the key moments in the quad run. I mean, the battlesuit run. Where he took that kind of damage. I don't think it was all against the quad, right?
I don't know. I was watching him and I think it only happened in that fight.
DDK moving out towards this mega. It's going to be 20 seconds time till it's up though. What would you say is the stronger side of the map? This mega rail sort of LG advantaged side, or red armor? The red armor's got good access to LG as well though, of course.
I don't think the red armor side is that strong in a way, but the thing I'm interested to see more on this map than anything is just the kind of zones that we'll see action in, because there's no clear-cut obvious places where we're going to see the action take place. So I'm going to just be interested to see where we see the fights.
You're doing the better job at the moment, 8-5 up. Such a low-scoring game though. It doesn't actually make it worse though. You look at the way teams play sometimes. You get a lot of entertainment by just the tactical pushes they make, and that. This is
I think
a
it
large
becomes
map,
more entertaining when the power-ups get delayed on this map. I mean, nothing really happened in the 102 low-fly game until the power-ups were on different times.
Puri, well, the battlesuit's being delayed at the other end. Here's the quad. So what's going on here? They've actually synced it up though.
Yeah, I think they were just waiting for each other to pick it up, but then Puri decided no more waiting.
Following Xyrix with this battle, so he's double stacked red now, takes out Shug. Oh, he's picked up 2 quick frags there. I'm not sure really they were in the right positions. They're both trying to support this quad, who is just getting easily taken out by Xyrix. That was that double stacked red coming in handy there. And that's the thing, even if you're quad, coming up against a red armor stacked battle suit is just a nightmare.
It is, because unless you've got the lightning gun and can pin him against the wall, then that suit is incredibly hard to kill.
And you have to hit enough, otherwise you're going to run out of ammo.
Well, indeed.
Still following Xyrix. It's 14-11 though, so it's still a close game. Both teams going quite defensive in these positions. I imagine the map's going to open out a little bit more aggressive as time goes on. As you say, the delay in the power-ups could be quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the game 102 via low fire, we just didn't see much conflict over the power-ups at all. Both teams in that game were just happy to stand either side of the map, one at quad, one at suit. And that's all we saw until there was a delay. What we've seen, 28 frags in 4.5 minutes. Very, very low scoring.
This is one of the new...
It's just, I think one of the problems is a team's familiar enough with where they need to look for frags.
That was a good counter by Sitto, stealing that Mega away. You're right, map familiarity is really important. All the different shots you make and the actions you take. It is going to be quad and battlesuit spawning at the same time. Now quad's building up a few extra seconds here. Puri rushing through, and Xyrix is heavily stacked. I just think it didn't necessarily delay that, it just was there late. So there's a bit more of a delay between the two now. Building on this lead, Puri's going to have to do something about this battlesuit. Nice rocket jump up, it takes
That was
Puri.
perfect.
This team's just going to mop up any extra kills in this area now. Looking pretty comfortable on this map actually, Sitto.
Yeah, scores are where they were though.
Excellent.
For the last couple of minutes. It's about 7 or so difference.
Xyrix just picks up every frag. If there's a frag available in the area, he picks it up, and yeah, 10 for 10. Look at that. 10 net, 10 score, no deaths to Xyrix. I wouldn't even be surprised he went the whole map without dying. Oh,
Away he goes.
Well,
You've cursed him this. Exactly.
There you go. Look, he's lolling. It was quite an aggressive push dropping down towards that mega after Puri had picked it up. But, you know, this score difference can always come back. Moving up towards this red armor area, trying to defend it out DDK. With the rail, takes out Senti. Looks like they are trying to push this room though.
Yeah, they are, but it's only succeeded in giving away more frags. 11 the difference now.
Nice railing from DDK. He did that last rail before he went down as well because he had no ammo. After it, wouldn't drop the weapon. It's going to be quad again first before the battlesuit. Looks like Play going to try and rush their way there. Back to the quad area. Are they going to be outmaneuvered though by the Sitto team?
Well, that's the risk that that red attack has put them in a bad situation. I don't think they're going to be able to get in on this.
Here we go, Xyrix got the quad, perfect timing for it, takes that Shug with the rail straight away. Can he rush through and challenge this battlesuit? He's not going to be quite quick enough. He's run, oh my god, the fail, did you see that? Was that a rocket jump across? Hit the ceiling.
Puri missed the jump.
And it's a massive delay now, I mean every time they're going to be able to make it between the two. I'm going to stick with Xyrix with this quad. Picking up these frags. And it is building up a lead that's going to be very hard to pull back if you're Play, especially with this frag gap now, because the control you're in at the end of this power run is going to give you an advantage going into the next power ups. And when they're so separated in time, obviously there's going to be one focus for one power up. It can almost just become a complete rollover. So
Well, that's what we saw in the low fly 102 game. It just became a case of who got the quad. They were guaranteed to get the suit.
They need to play this careful then, Play. They They need to make sure they've got stacked players. They need to play it pretty tight.
There's no way they can afford to do what they did last time, I don't think. I mean, if they're not controlling the red, there's no way they can risk red attacks with 20 seconds to go till power-ups.
They've attacked about a minute before this time, and this is working out pretty well, actually. They've taken over
They
the
missed
red
out on the red, though, I believe, unless one of them to take it.
Switch down to DDK, just machine gunning from this window position. Looks like he's got a teammate moving in ahead of us, so he's going to make a rush in. Takes heavy rocket damage. Surprised it didn't take him out, in fact. And look, Sitto trying to move in now, and they are paying a heavy price.
Yeah, that hasn't worked out at all. I mean, they've done the same as what Play did.
Yeah,
Not willing to set off the yellow side of the map. They've attacked the red, failed, and unless they can find something on the yellow side, it's going to be difficult for them to get any stack for this power-up.
Yeah, they could be in trouble here, though. We switch around to Zyrinx, 140 health, 40 odd armor. Red armor's up in a second. He's taken that, so he's looking tanked. He just needs to be quick. It looks like he went the wrong way there. What's he doing? Oh, he's waiting for the rocket. He's not going to get to quad in time. And Senti takes it, drops down for the yellow, avoids Zyrinx as a result. He's got to rush, though, make sure he can challenge this battle. So he's taking the lower route. This could be a safer route to take him back from the normal ambush position. Supporting it out here. Good rocket spam. Oh, he misses out on the power-up, though. Didn't notice his teammate had been shot off. And Senti's been punished so heavily for that. Fragged by the battle suit.
That's a huge mistake. I really can't believe that.
I think... Like, I didn't see his teammate had been killed either. I mean, I just assumed they were going to take it. I think he looked that way as well. That was pretty bad. I mean, I think his choice of who to attack was the wrong option there, but...
Yeah, I think he really needed to deal with the player jumping for the suit, and should have been able to, really. That's why he was so disappointed. You could see the spam from him in the chat after his death. I don't think he can leave what he's done there. And that was a chance for Play to bring this back. You know, Sitto's challenge on the quad was non-existent, which really, with the difference between the two power-ups, is something they can't afford to do again.
They had the double power-ups the time before. That's what I was saying. You get a massive advantage by having that, because you should have a good run over the map and the major items, which on a map like this you would think would give you quite a good advantage going into the next set of power-ups, but it didn't. Play should have taken advantage. I can't believe that. Building up 2 power-up time again. It's going to be quads. Dimitri looking decent at the moment. Passes his weapon to DDK. I'm not really sure why. I think he just desperately wants this LG and he's like, go away DDK, I want the LG.
Well, he is the LGer in their team.
I didn't wait for it though. Weirdly enough. Sitto are in this quad position, but he hasn't got an LG to counter now.
Doesn't need it. DDK's doing strong work with the rockets, it looks like, pushing that player away.
Oh, look at this. This is exactly what I want to do. Dimitri, just push them out as far as you can. So they've got good defense on this quad. It's not stacked though. Q50 does have to be cautious with this. He's taking the route straight through. Is he going to just stick up here? Misses the rail shot. He doesn't even need to hit it. He'd rather probably a teammate jumped in and took the risk. It's going to have to be him though.
That's great work to save that lightning gun.
He's picking up frags and the power up jumps. Oh, does just manage to get that frag up and not be machine gun across. He's going to pick up so many kills here. Surely the COD has just run out. Oh, nice little switch to rail there. After the LG, great counter though by Mobius, taking him out. Important, they saved the red as well.
Yeah, so they've done fairly decently for themselves their play. Not much damage inflicted with the double power up. Which, you know, it still leaves them in this game. It's only a 18 frag difference, so if they can get their hands on double power-up, and we are now expecting teams to take double power-up each time, they can still bring this back.
Well, both teams are, at all times, pretty much putting pressure on this red.
Really nice play there by Dimitri, making himself hard to hit, but still keeping the high damage output in that fight.
Excellent work, although he is caught out eventually by that rocket, and that might work out quite well. Puri, direct rocket there, excellent kill. It's gonna grab this red.
Last one before quad, realistically, as well.
Yeah, well, they need to start moving. They need to realise that he's
Oh, that's
railed.
crippling. Being hit by that shot is devastating, really.
Taking a lower route around to get a safer direction. Waiting for this mega good timing by play. Let's have a look at some of the stats there. Just ahead on Megas, not massively. He's not really different across the board, in fact, in stats. Now the rush up for the quad. Oh, Dimitri, heavy shotgun defense. It doesn't quite work out. The rails needed to be hit by Q50. They weren't. It does actually almost save it. No, it's still up for grabs. It's been delayed. Chug manages to take it. Only 7 health. Is he going to be able to pick up any health bubbles en route? The yellow's up. That won't really save him for too long. DDK going for the pummel kill. If he'd known the health, probably wouldn't have tried a machine gun. Still 10 seconds before battle. Massive difference. Zyrink's taken out that quad, so it's all up for both teams to try and take this now. Sitto in an excellent position, though.
Yeah, they've won that fight comfortably. All 4 of them are still alive.
Dimitri coming out with that, and he's doing a runner away from his opponents.
That was a good idea, you know, rush back into parts of the map with the items.
He's very bad at this, by the way.
Well, he pressed the button and it failed.
No, he got his head caught in it, and we saw him do that previously as well. He needs a bit of lift practice.
There's a new mechanic.
Oh, he's done a good job. Dimitri in the end taking over this mega, but couldn't really achieve too much more with that battlesuit.
No, but it's put his team in a comfortable position. 27 frags for difference.
There's a massive delay still. And you probably want to keep somebody over this side of the map.
Yeah, I think some of these red attacks from both teams, they've got to be making sure that they don't commit too many people, because if those attacks fail, you know, we saw one in the early game where, you know, play failed an attack on the red just when they needed to be heading to power-ups really, and put them at a major disadvantage at that point, and teams have to be careful not to put themselves in that situation.
27 frags difference. We've got 3 sets of power-ups left. It's looking tough with the rate at which we've seen frags on this map.
Well, if play can get 3 double power-ups, they're in position for this quad, but strong attack being made.
All of Sitto, they're in the lower positions though, that's dangerous. Should be punished here, going up the bounce pad. And Senti does manage to get the quad. He kind of needs to get out of the danger zone. He's actually on the bounce pad. Oh
yeah, I was kind of sad. I thought he might be found out for accidentally coming up that bounce pad again.
He needs to get over there, but he doesn't need to rush madly. He might have looked for a bit more health and armor first, and he's paid the price as a result.
Yeah, I mean, too focused on that dropping player. Obviously he needed to take him out, but he would have hoped to have just finished him instantly and then been looking around the room because he was caught out.
Zyrink's just working around this red now, moving out to this midfield area. Somehow missed that rocket. It was going to be perfectly placed. Times it again on that mega perfectly. See if he can do the lift. He can. Just dives inside that rocket. I have to say, for 4 minutes remaining, it's not the biggest frag gap we've ever seen. But
well, that power-up play has made no difference. It's still at about 27 frags difference. It is a lot to bring back though.
Is it
2 power-ups left? Yeah, I think it is, because 2 power-ups left, they still have a glimmer of hope. If play can get double power-up, make significant amounts of frags, bring it back by, I don't know, 13, 14 frags on the next set. Good map play after that, because, you know, if you make that many frags with power-ups, you're going to expect to have just about full control of the map. So, you know, you can close it in even further based on that. And then it'll be all set up nicely for the final set of power-ups, at least in theory.
DDK just failing that little jump there. 10 seconds to go before quad. There's a nasty rocket. Getting quite a chunk of his stack. Jumping in there with the shotgun. Oh! Wow, Mobius must have been pretty strong there. Did eventually get the frag. Looks like player on position of the quad though. Well, what happened to it actually? It was killed, wasn't it?
It is dead.
I think Sitto grabbed it. Immediately eliminated. That's what they needed to really do. Stop play coming back into this quad runs.
But yeah, certainly. They don't need it themselves. They've got a good lead.
And then Zyrink's, who else would it be, grabbing this battlesuit. So impressive. It's a player rewarding himself with that red armour. And they can move out and do whatever he wants. Pick up ammo crates by the looks of things.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really need to do much. 30 frag lead now. And ultimate power-ups are over at this point. One set remaining in the game. It's not likely for play to change this round now.
Just ahead on the reds, behind in the megas and yellows, ahead on the greens. Sitto's. Haven't seen there's been much in it in terms of the item grabs, but definitely frag play around in this red room has gone the way of Sitto more often than not. And
well, have a look at the battlesuit time.
specifically, you'd have to say it's gone the way of Zyrinx.
9 battlesuits to none so far. 4 minutes of battlesuit.
4 minutes.
Impressive.
Wow.
But the difference has been in play did have opportunities to secure some of those battlesuits for themselves. It's just the vital moments, missed shots, bad positioning.
That is such great dodging by Zyrinx. Should have gone down there by all accounts. He's taken out 3 players instead. Incredible play by Sitto, and well, just in Zyrinx's eyes says it all. Here's DDK with the quad grab. Take his time since battlesuit. Oh, runs out of LG ammo, but still got that plasma to utilize. Oh, caught in the back there. I didn't hear his opponents coming in either. I guess he didn't.
Excellent.
Zyrinx, will he make it? No, he won't. So it's not a whitewash on battlesuits. Mobius has actually make it across as well. I was so worried when we first saw this map about battlesuits falling into the void, but it hasn't actually happened at all in this match, has it?
Well, the platform, obviously, it's a nice platform in that you can't get knocked off from behind, can you? Or into the behind part of it.
Yeah.
So unlike DM14, where it's, you know, voids surrounding it, you might be taking a lot of damage if you stand on it, but at least you can try and avoid being knocked in the void. Avoid the void.
Well, that is a crushing victory, plus 19 net, 7.1k damage for Zyrinx. Just
Yeah, it's quite convincing. So, you know, unlike some teams in the competition, Sitto don't actually look vulnerable on Terminus. Now we'll have to see if they face a challenge on it in the playoffs, but, you know, I guess with a victory like that over a team that picked it versus them, they'll be quite happy.